A transgenic animal is genetically altered to have specific genes it naturally lacks. They are generally used to produce various kinds of recombinant and therapeutic proteins of complex nature as well as to produce transgenic disease models. For example, therapeutic proteins like insulin is produced in transgenic animals. They are used to produce hematopoietic growth factors, interferons, various hormones, recombinant protein vaccines, tissue bone growth factors and clotting factors, monoclonal diagnostic and therapeutic antibodies, and they are also used to produce chimeric disease models for biological research. Methods of gene transfer to produce transgenic animals include DNA microinjection, retrovirus mediated gene transfer, and stem cell mediated gene transfer. DNA insertion by DNA microinjection. This technique can be used for the production of various types of transgenic animals, transgenic disease models, or recombinant cells. But here specifically we are going to talk about this technique in terms of the transgenic animals who can express recombinant or therapeutic proteins in their milk. So what we need here, we need our gene of interest, which is our therapeutic gene. We want to express, and we need an expression vector who contains a mammary gland specific regulatory sequences. We will clone our gene in this expression vector under the control of these regulatory sequences. This expression vector at the end of this process will lead to the expression of our gene of interest in the milk of transgenic animal. We will then transfect an early stage fertilized egg with this expression vector, and then those transfected cells will be grown in a petri dish. This transfection process actually involves the DNA microinjection, which I can explain to you with the help of this figure. So here we have an early stage fertilized egg. It has two pronuclei, one female pronucleus, another male pronucleus. And this cell will be holded at a fixed position using this holding pipette. And we will inject our expression vector or our foreign DNA with the help of a very fine glass needle in the male pronuclei. With the help of DNA microinjection, we have our transfected cells which contain our gene of interest under the control of mammary gland specific regulatory sequences. What we will do next, we will isolate the oocytes from a donor female and we will enucleate those oocytes. These enucleated oocytes will then be fused with our transfected cells and they will result in the production of transgenic embryos. This transgenic embryo will then be implanted in a foster mother, which will later on result in the transgenic offsprings which will contain our gene of interest. The beauty of this process is that once successfully taken up by our foreign DNA, the milk expression becomes the dominant property of these offsprings, and this characteristic can be inherited to the next generation. Hence, it can result in a stable expression of a therapeutic or recombinant protein in the milk of these transgenic animals. Foreign DNA insertion by DNA microinjection, we need our gene of interest and an expression vector containing mammary gland specific regulatory sequences. We will clone our gene of interest in this expression vector under the control of these mammary gland specific regulatory sequences, resulting in a expression vector which will then be transfected into the cells using DNA microinjection, which is a very fine glass tube used to transfer our gene of interest into the ovum. Usually, the best time to transfer the genes of interest or expression vector is when there are two pronuclei are present. The resulting pronuclei will fuse and our inserted DNA may or may not be taken up during this fusion process. But if it's taken up, it will be expressing our protein in the milk of resulting organism at the end of this process. So we create these transfected cells using DNA micro injection. Then we will isolate oocytes from a donor mother and those oocytes will be enucleated. These oocytes will then be fused with our transfected cells and which result in the production of a transgenic embryo. This transgenic embryo will then be implanted into a foster mother. So once integrated, this milk specific expression construct become the dominant genetic property of the offsprings. Hence, our protein of interest will be expressed in the milk of these resulting offsprings. Retrovirus mediated gene transfer. This method involves retroviruses. Retroviruses are the viruses which contain their genome in the form of RNA rather than DNA. They are commonly used vectors. We use killed retroviruses in this methodology. Killed retroviruses are the viruses who lack the ability to replicate inside the host cell. However, they still can insert their genome into the host cells. We replace virus gene with our gene of interest and then we'll take a donor mother and we will isolate an early stage embryo from this donor female. Say for example, we will isolate an 8 cell stage embryo. This 8 cell stage embryo will then be infected by the retrovirus who contains our gene of interest and it will insert our gene of interest into some of these embryonic cells. This embryo will then be implanted into the foster mother, which will lead to the production of the transgenic offspring. Since retroviruses does not infect all the embryonic cells in the same manner, so not all the tissues of these offsprings would be expressing our gene of interest. So we will check the expression of our gene of interest in the specific tissues and these offsprings would be chimeras because they have a variable expression of genes in their tissues. This technique has one limitation that only a very small gene can be inserted by using this method compared to the DNA microinjection, which can insert large sized genes into the genome of transgenic animals. Embryonic stem cell mediated gene transfer. This process requires embryonic stem cells. We can isolate embryonic stem cells from an early stage embryo. An early stage embryo contains the embryonic stem cells in the inner cell mass from where we will isolate them. These cells will then be transfected with our gene of interest. We can use DNA microinjection for the transfection process, which was explained earlier. The transfected cells will then be enriched in the selection media and then they will be implanted back in the inner cell mass of the recipient embryo. This transgenic embryo will then be implanted in the foster mother, leading to the production of our transgenic offsprings. Similar to the retrovirus mediated gene transfer process, embryonic stem cell mediated gene transfer also lead to the production of chimeric organisms which have variable expression of our gene in their tissues. Both retrovirus and embryonic stem cell mediated gene transfer methods are used for the production of transgenic animals or transgenic disease models.